The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.
Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Madison filling in this morning as Odie is off and, well, Debbie couldn't make it.
Good morning.
How are you, girl?
Tired. Really tired.
Glad to have you. There is a world before 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no one likes it. No one likes it. That's why no one gets up that early.
There's a few of us that do. There's a lot going on that happened over the weekend that we're going to be telling you about today. One of the major things that will happen this afternoon, Meridian will, what we call, unroll the red carpet as the Run for the Wall makes its way here to Meridian. This is a picture from last year when I was out. As we pull this up, this is going into the Lauderdale County Agri Center. They will arrive this afternoon somewhere between 4:30 to 5. Over 350 of them will be making that way to Washington, D.C., staying at hotels, staying at the Ag Center. It's going to be entertainment for them and just a lot going on. I think they even feed the guys while they're here.
You should, because that's a long drive this whole time.
It is. Starts in California all the way there, and people join in as it goes along. And Meridian really rolls out the red carpet and does a whole lot for these guys, and we're glad over that.
How bad do you think their butts hurt?
I'm not a motorcycle rider, so I don't know much about it.
Because it's different than a car seat, and you know how, itchy you get sitting, within just an hour.
Well, why don't you go ride some bikes and let me know how you like it?
Okay, you want me in my grave real soon?
I would think it would hurt your back. Those crotch rockets where everybody's been. I would think it would hurt your back, but again, I know nothing about it. I've never trusted myself on a bike.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't get on a bike. I'd tip over and just run over myself.
That would be probably about me, but there are tons of people that love it. Let me see if I can find this, because this is a breaking story, as we will call it. I want to find Friday's. I may not have it handy.
Well, there's so many cows in the road.
We've had some major cow issues over the weekend.
They keep wanting to run off. What are y'all doing to y'all's animals?
I don't know why they don't want to stay in their area there, Madison. Let me see if I can find this. As we found out last weekend, break-ins were happening. So I urge you, if you own a business anywhere in the 8th Street area this morning, you might want to go into work a little bit early and check on things. We have had a confirmed break-in. One happened, I believe it was Friday morning. Hair Queen was broken into. Do y'all remember that? They've been broken into again this morning. This happened. They were in there about 8 minutes. They broke in, got access to the building around 2:52 a.m. They would linger around and steal as much as they could. Came in the exact same way after they had spent. What's a door cost now, Wenda? $300, $400, $500 for a new?
Too much. That's expensive to replace constantly.
Broke it again in the same location, gained access to the building the exact same way. Now, we do hope they're caught. And here's the interesting thing about it. It's the exact same two people that broke in last time. The picture is identical to it. And I'll get that video up in just a little bit. I just got that sent to me. And, you have to feel for business owners. This goes on and on and on.
Because you can't run a business if you ain't got nothing to sell, and trying to replace everything, you can't afford it. So,
yeah, this is
bad.
It has been. I was trying to find the video from Friday, and I'm close to it. And we'll find that here in just a little while to go back and replay you of what happened there. But it's the same people. We'll get the new one uploaded here in a little while, so y'all know all about that also. Things that went on overnight. Let's dive into a few of these things that happened last night. And over the weekend, because it was a bunch of things that happened. Let's start out with Lauderdale County. Let's go there. We've had some four-wheelers stolen. It's not good anytime anything of yours is stolen. And we've had break-ins in downtown area. Also, let me back up. Check your areas. I don't have any confirmations, but I did get word of several alarms going off in the Poplar Springs area leading up to the North Hills area. Check those business areas also. Now, as we move to our next situation that happened over the weekend, four-wheelers stolen. Now, they're expensive. This one is a little bit different than the others as we pull this up. This was taken from the 7200 block of Jimmy Smith Road. This would be just past West Lauderdale Elementary. 2 Honda 420s were stolen. And the bad part is these were given to kids, and their father has passed away since
no.
he gave it to them. Kind of special to the family.
Oh, my Lord, that's bad.
It is. So be on the lookout. One solid green, one is camouflage. They're Honda 420s. As the family, we'd love to have this back. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department is investigating this. So we do hope...
I do hope they get it back soon.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's awful to take.
You can't replace something like that. There's no money amount that can fix that.
No, none at all.
Steve and Wanda McKinnon is up joining us. We do appreciate y'all. Debbie McGibbon, look at there. Winnie, how are you? Jim Harrison joins us also. Jim, hadn't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Miss LaWanda joins us also. Kobe, Brenda Odom, good to see you up. So also Gina Ulmer, up and stirring a little bit this day. So what have you got on tap today? Are you going with me to run for the wall?
No, I got work. What do you mean? No, I got to work.
I'm telling you, good help's hard to find. You just don't want to go, do you?
No, I got work. I got stuff to do. What do you mean?
I understand. As we start continuing of things that have gone on overnight, we've had more gunfire in the city. I know everybody's shocked when I said that, but it definitely happened last night. As we look at some of these events, gunfire would happen on 34th Avenue last night. As we dig deeper into this, a car would be shot. It was hit in the back end. As you take a look or a closer look at this, it's the 3400 block, the 2300 block of 34th Avenue. Right there. The back window will be shot out of this car. Meridian Police Department responded to the call. I got several reports of gunfire. It was over and over of, I hear gunfire in the area. Do you know anything? And as we dug deeper into this, we'd find out this car had been struck. Now,
you know what I think would sell very well?
What's that?
Bulletproof vests. Stores need to start selling them so everyone can be strapped up no matter what, just in case.
Never hurts to be prepared.
Exactly. You never know. So, you got shot. Oh, didn't work.
What was it skit that used to be on Saturday Night Live about the rain bonnet?
I've never heard
always
that.
put it on.
I never watched Saturday Night Live. I didn't really care for it.
It's over. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, still though. Even back then, I don't know. Maybe I was just young and it didn't seem funny to me. Still isn't funny.
3 wild and crazy guys back in the Steve Martin days. Those were the
no.
funny ones. It's changed.
I forgot who's the host now.
I have no clue. Well, they have a different host each week on Saturday Night Live.
It was that one guy with the glasses, wasn't he? He had spiky hair and little tiny glasses.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, you
Madison.
should. You know about every old person out there.
Let's see here. From this wreck, this on 34th Avenue, this is what is odd. Is there a connection? I don't know. But it does make one person go, hum. It was found a little bit after that shooting and that car was struck, a car that was wrecked right around the corner on 24th Street. A car would be abandoned. It was wrecked. No one at the scene. Are the two connected?
The car that got shot or the car?
Well, you had a car that was shot on 23rd Street. One block over, there's a wreck within a 30-minute window. No one in the car, and it left and wrecked.
Oh, so okay.
Could there be a connection?
Possibly.
There could be, possibly, but we don't know that. We give you what we know and be as honest about it as we can. But all of that went in during the nighttime hours. A lot goes on after dark. This has been one of those weekends that it was extremely busy also.
Yeah, that's when you want to stay at home. I stayed at home all weekend. I did not want to go out, especially at night. No, thank you.
Stay where you belong. Mm-hmm. A little bit more on the way as we'll continue coverage of what goes on in our neighborhoods. We've got all that, the headlines of what made it this weekend. We'll be right back. If you're an outdoorsman, Garrett's Outfitters is a place to head to in Meridian. They have a complete line of gloves to keep your hands warm in these cold mornings, toboggans to block that wind, and America's favorite Carhartt, from the rugged overalls to slacks and shirts. Work boots and mud boots as well. Browse around the gun accessories and a complete line of just about any gun. Protect your investment, your guns, with one of the many Browning gun safes they have to choose from. For the outdoorsman in your family, it's Garrett's, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Have you been in an auto accident? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Don't settle for less and know your rights. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
As we all know now, Mississippi had a lot of talent in the talent shows. Holly Brand done wonderful. Made it to the top 8 as she made her way onto The Voice. And then we had the guy from North Mississippi that made it. He finished 3rd in the show over the weekend. The finale ended. He wasn't the big winner, but top 3 is still good for the state of Mississippi.
It's not bad.
Oh. And have you watched, which one do you prefer better, The Voice or American Idol?
I guess American Idol.
Just because it's been around longer?
I think I've seen more of it. And The Voice I feel like, can be biased to an extent. American Idol seems more fair, I guess.
I miss what's his name that was just rude and crude and told him exactly.
Simon Cowell?
Yeah, he's on some show now that I don't even know what it is. But
It's basically like American Idol, but like for talent. Like some kind of talent show where people just come on stage and do whatever, and he just gets mad, or either he just gets happy.
But the
Either
thing
one.
about all these talent shows, they just continue to brag, and no one ever points out, well, if you'd done this, and sometimes I do miss Simon on
criticizing,
the honesty of what's really going on here. Sometimes he went a little extreme.
He's like Chef Gordon Ramsay just for talent.
He made some mamas mad, that's for sure. They wasn't real happy with him.
Well, no one likes their kid being yelled at on live TV. Embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Well, the weekend ended up pretty wet for everybody. It's just one little rain shower after another. You go to do something, it comes out. And as I mentioned, you can't get much grass cut. Today is no different. We've got that rolling in after 4 o'clock.
It's raining again?
30% chance this afternoon. And as we all know, in the summertime, when they say 30% chance, it's probably going to mean your house and your neighbors won't get it.
It's going to be hot and stinky and sticky and gross?
That's it. Today and tomorrow. Now, the good news is, come Wednesday, and let me pull this up and show everybody, we're going to see a break on all of this, and the change of weather will happen, which is good. A little bit of a change as we pull this up, as we show that we've got rain today and tomorrow. And look at this. It's virtually out of the forecast all the way toward the weekend. On Wednesday, 0% chance, and that's minute chances there. So we may be able to mow our grass once again one day.
Do those temperatures include humidity? Is it actually going to feel like 110 outside instead?
It could.
Don't tell me that.
That's Mississippi, Alabama. What do you expect?
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I ain't stepping outside those 2 days. I hate summer.
It does make you want to stay inside.
I hate being sweaty and gross. It's just disgusting. Then bugs get on you and they stick to you and they won't leave you alone.
You're just a real ray of sunshine early in the morning, aren't you?
Summer. I love winter. Winter's like the best month because everything's dead. Nothing can bother me if it's dead.
And yes, Madison may be a little bit on the blah side of life.
No, I'm happier when things aren't trying to kill me. Okay.
We had an accident last night. We don't know all the details, but we know that the fire department was called out, Metro was called out, and the Meridian Police Department in that new annexed portion of Lauderdale County that is now part of the city. As we go out to Briarwood Road, right near Briarwood Country Club. Right there, a golf cart overturned upside down. A female occupant was hurt, injured, and then taken for medical care last night to a local hospital. We don't know the condition or how bad it was, but it was a flip there. And those can be more dangerous than you think.
Mm-hmm. They're heavy, extremely heavy. If that thing falls on you, you can break a bone.
Yeah, and most likely something was. You usually get hurt when that happens. I've seen videos on YouTube to where people hit a pothole and they'll do that. It's just as dangerous as a car. So keep that in mind. But I'm sure a lot of you know who this was from the community in that area. But it was way after midnight.
Maybe park your golf cars at 9 p.m. and don't get on them again.
Yeah, like go home at night.
Go to sleep.
I don't know any other details of that, but I guess there's different reasons to be out late. I, for one, would have to be a hurricane or investigating something after midnight. I have occasionally had to go do that. But for the most part, hey, I'm in for the countdown. You can't get in trouble being at home, as your mama used to say.
Oh, no, sometimes you can. You're home too much. You need to go out.
As we see, good morning, Jerome Lee. Good to see you up and at 'em. Miss Mary Lynn joins us. Roy also said Chapel Hart is one of America's talents. They are. They've done great. LaWanda agreed with that. They are a great group there. As we see that one person was shot over the weekend in the Meridian area. The details that we know at this point is we'll pull this up, they were rushed to a hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. We don't know much more than that other than it happened here in the area, in the city. We don't know the exact location of that, but someone was hurt. And with most instances with this, when somebody goes in, they go, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where that bullet come from. I was minding my own business.
It just spawned out of thin air. Don't know where it came from.
That's normally, and you do feel for the police when they investigate things that can't get the information that they need to solve a crime. That happens more and more than you really realize out there. So, as it's always ongoing, that happened early on this Friday night after midnight is one of those things. We go to our next subject of what went on, and one can only imagine. Now, before we get into this, Madison, as you're well aware of who Naked Man is.
I've heard of him a couple times.
Yeah, most of Meridian knows
much.
this guy. He's very frequently down North Hill Street in that area. We got another report this weekend of somebody else naked, and we were told adamantly that this was not the Naked Man, but another naked man.
Is it his friend?
We're not real sure, but we'll tell you what we do know as we go here to take a look. This would be located on 45th Street. A man was seen running naked down the road with two other men chasing him.
Oh, chasing
Now,
him.
Yes, they were hot after his trail. He was in the lead. He was gaining ground trying to get away from them.
Something had to have happened between them, because I don't think people just randomly go up and chase a naked guy without any reason behind it. I don't think that's a hobby.
Comments, and I'll put it at this, comments said, well, somebody must have come home early. We're not real sure of that, but we do know that it was a man running naked down 45th Street.
You know, if I saw that and my day just started, I think that would ruin my day.
But this
completely
was-
seeing a naked person run down the street.
This was in the heat of the dark, in the middle of the after dark 30 again.
That would ruin my night.
After
completely.
10 o'clock, he was boogie there, trying to get away.
I would not. No, not at all.
One can only imagine what happened. We don't think police were called to the area. I don't think they found them.
Well, what are they supposed to do? Tell him to put on his clothes? Where's his clothes at? What are they supposed to do once they catch
I
him?
think the moral of this story, this gentleman didn't have time to put his clothes on, is what everybody is speculating, is what we think. We'll leave it at that and let your mind go to wondering and let our investigators think that one out.
Oh, good Lord.
To our knowledge, he got away. To our knowledge. We'll be back. We've got more information of all the events and things that have gone on in and around the neighborhood. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381. Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's hydro seeding. You'll get a great-looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. Scotty Ray along with Madison. This is my daughter, if you've never had a chance to meet her. As we mentioned this morning, Odie is off and on vacation this week.
He's partying.
He definitely is. I don't know if anybody saw the video he sent me early this morning. Let me pull this up. This is what Odie is doing here. This is a little loud in the background.
Good Lord.
And yes, that's Odie on the ship there. So
Why isn't he in the middle dancing?
I don't know. They hadn't caught him yet. We're going to get more updates from Odie as he enjoys a fabulous vacation on a cruise. And you and I have never been on one.
No, you've always been afraid of water, so we never went.
You had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah. That's why we never went, because you've been too scared.
I do have my issues in life, of that being one of them.
Honestly, I don't think I'd be able to go on a boat because of motion sickness. I get motion sickness just sitting in a car that I'm not driving. So I don't think I'd do well on a ship without throwing up everywhere.
Everybody tells me that the cruise ship thing is just incredible. That it's one of those things, if you do it once, they say take one of those two-night, 3-day type cruises to start out with, and that you'll really enjoy yourself.
I've seen videos of like people post, and like it's so calm and relaxing. And like on the long trip ones, you go on like different islands, and you can go and explore. And if you don't get on that boat when they tell you to get on, they will leave you there.
That's what I'm told.
They do not care. Because they're on a timed schedule. If you are not there, they say goodbye forever.
And that's what Odie was saying. They were going to visit some of the places in Mexico, which I've never been there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff asked, where's Debbie? Debbie was supposed to fill in this week. She had a family, I'm trying to think of what the word is, something that commitment, I guess is the word to put it.
She had to take care of some stuff.
Yeah, so she couldn't make it with us this week. We're thinking about you, Debbie, and hate that you're not here. We were looking forward to giving you a hard time, and then boom, you didn't make it. Kurt Cobain, I mentioned him earlier, who was this rock singer back in the 90s who committed suicide. He is Nirvana was the group. Did you know him?
Yeah.
Or were they good?
I liked a couple of their songs.
Apparently, he is like a legend within. I brought up the auction that happened this weekend of a guitar that he smashed, that he broke it, and then they glued it back together. It sold at auction for $600,000. It was expected to bring $50,000 at most, and sold for $600,000.
How did they come up with that price? That's what
Well,
I
it's
wanna know.
auction. It's bid on by people.
Okay, never mind. I thought like someone said, this is how much it is.
Also, they had some song lyrics there that have handwritten note of him where he wrote something they thought maybe $5,000. They brought $50,000. So this guy is apparently a lot more popular than you think.
There's a lot of popular people besides country stars. If you don't know,
I really didn't.
There's a lot of ones.
Yeah, let's see. There's Elvis. I'll go there.
No, that's all you know.
I don't know much past that. As we continue to look around, I had this reported, and I always say when I'm wrong, I'll admit when I'm wrong. We had a deceased horse brought into us. So I reported we had a deceased horse there in Meridian. Upon further investigation, we had officials go there. Police chief himself went and looked. It was a deceased cow. Right up by where you're going up toward, and you brought this up earlier, before you get to the airplane place there, right under the bridge. Cow was struck, was killed, and there were still three to four. Somebody thought it was a horse when they passed by, and they didn't actually stop. They just assumed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to stop and look at that either, though.
But there's 3 to 4 cows that constantly are staying out on the roadway right here. So y'all be careful in that Meridian, the 45 bypass industrial park before you get to Lockheed. 3 to 4 of them daily that I keep getting reported. So be careful.
Yeah, watch where you're going.
Somebody met
a big blob in the middle of the road.
And you can't see them. Especially when it's a black cow in the middle of the night. You can't see it until you're right up on it, and then there's nowhere to go.
Always make sure your headlights work. It would be very grateful if you had those big blinding ones that everyone has.
I'm telling you, sometimes you can't see them. This is a bigger problem than most. Ask a law enforcement official that works the night shift.
I don't think I've ever heard of this many cow strikes, like being hit, more than this year, ever.
Right here. Here's where we reported that earlier, and then we got one struck, and that's right there in that same area. We get them a lot by the Decatur exit, I-20. There's usually a big old brammer floating around up in there also. So cow alert as springtime is here. They see grass, they break fences. Going after it is the moral of that story.
These poor cows, they're just starving. They're just dying.
LaWanda says she likes the dry land also. She's not a swimmer either. Never was good at that, was I, Madison?
No, you never dipped your toes in it. That's why.
Oh.
You wore blue jeans at the beach.
That would be me.
I don't like the ocean, but I like the pool. Ocean's got like flesh-eating bacteria that can kill you, so I'd rather not. I'd rather be in chlorine.
One of the worst things about the beach that'll get you is those jellyfish. Ooh.
I think I got like touched by one and it stung.
You did. I remember that.
Ooh.
And there you are. We had a structure fire over the weekend. Heavy smoke there. The fire department arrived to help put that out. 4400 block there on 40th Avenue. Meridian Fire Department was all over that. And we appreciate what they do. Guys came out and got that extinguished before it was too late. Now, I think we had, if I'm not mistaken, we did. We have to say a big thank you to volunteer firefighters as they headed out to the 5200 block of Fisher Road. They were able to get there in time to save this mobile home. It caught fire. It had very minimal damage. That is good. That's what these guys do when they have these pancake sales and all.
They use it for this equipment to save your lives.
Yeah, so help out when you can with these guys. It's a big deal to have them.
And like this is like when they're not working. Most of them are like on their off days or like they're asleep getting ready to go to work the next day. This is their off time that they come and help out. So it's like a big deal. In the middle of the night, and you got to jump up and do this, do that. Let's see here. Some bulls are everywhere. They will get you, so be careful there. I remember being chased as a kid, fishing. What?
Going across a pasture and the bull get mad at you and come charging. You've never been chased by a bull?
No, I've never been in first of all, I've never gone fishing because I don't care to. And two, why are you walking in a random pasture?
Well, it's not a random pasture. You got to get to the fishing hole.
How about you go to the lake where there's no bulls around?
Well, growing up in scuba, you didn't have much choice. There wasn't a lot of lakes that were sitting around like that. It always involved somebody's bulls. They go there to get a little water, and you get sometimes chased by the bramer.
I'm glad you have those stories and I don't.
Oh, I got plenty of them there. Let's see. What happened over the weekend? We had a squabble. That's exactly what we had. Let's go ahead and pull this up and find out what happened. Let's go over to Eastern Gardens over the weekend as an argument started between a man and a female. Next thing you know, she had a knife in her hand, and next thing he knew, he didn't have a shirt anymore. It was a big fight broke out there. Meridian Police Department responded to that. We're not sure if anybody had to go downtown, but
I was wondering if anyone got hurt. Like, did she straight up stab him?
No, I think she was just waving it at him, and he lost his shirt during the. I think she won. Is what I'm getting at. I feel like
he should not mess with her ever again. I feel like that's the outcome of this.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. She's the winner. But
good.
big scrap took place there if you happen to be in the neighborhood during all of that. And coming up, we'll tell you more about things that go on. We got a lot that we still haven't covered from over the weekend. Things that go bang, things that go thump in the middle of the night. We're going to tell you about some more that happened in our area. And as always, we urge you, if you see something, let us know. It gives us a tip, and that's how we get 99% of everything we do is tips from folks. You can email us at ScottyRay1969 at AOL, or go to our webpage, ScottyRayReport.com, or just inbox us on Facebook so we can find out about it and, start calling authorities to find out what went on. That's how we handle it, and we thank you for all the information that we get. Join us. We'll be right back. We're going to go down in history and see what went on. We got so much to talk about coming up.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County has been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham.
Patrick Allen Companies services and repairs all brands of overhead doors, residential and commercial. Our service technicians are factory trained and have over 125 years of combined experiences. At Patrick Allen Companies, we are not interested in being the biggest, just the best. We are just 4 miles south of Meridian on Highway 145. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
Well, as you look at bargains that are going on, Maple's one-stop shop right now. If you're out and about, need some Gatorade, 2 for $5.29. Also, there's Mountain Dew products, Pepsi. Everybody refers to it as Mountain Dew. I thought I'd do the right thing. 2 for $4. You can get those, save a little money there.
I think I'm going to say Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's easy to do. 2 for $5 there. Get some of these energy drinks. They're nice. And don't forget breakfast being served now and lunch coming up out at Causeyville and also St. Paul Street. They got a great one on the way. Cold drinks and a whole lot more. 6 locations scattered across town. They'll really help you out. Drop in and visit with them today. Clean, smells great. You'll visit them. See them there at Maple's one-stop shop. Can't miss them.
You know, gas stations always have like the best food.
It's
I
good.
don't know what about it is, but like every time you're like on a drive somewhere and you stop by a gas station and get something to eat, they have like the best, like fries and chicken and all that stuff.
Tater logs, they got them great there.
Remember that one place I went to? They were like this big, like they were humongous. You can make a meal just out of one of them.
Yeah, I like those.
You should go
Now,
get some.
Madison, let's step back in time. Do you know this old girl that we're going to talk about next?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. She's old. No, I don't.
You are kidding me, right?
I recognize the last name, but do I know her personally? No, I
Well,
do
there's
not.
no way you can
I
know
don't
her
know
personally,
her. I don't
but
know her.
we go back. The first lady, and I mean the first lady ever, passed away on this date. Martha passed away.
You know, no one talks about her ever.
I know
That's why I don't know her.
she doesn't get the recognition that she deserves. But let me tell you, back in the day, she caught the eye of George Washington. Why? Well, she had a lot to offer there.
Money.
Political and money game. She was a widower, and he hooked up with her, and he got on into that limelight with her. She introduced him to things that he probably never would have been had he not married her.
Did she make him the president? Or, like, was he already... I don't know the love story behind them. Don't give me that look. I don't know.
Do you know the history of our nation?
Yeah, I know how he became, but, like, was he with her before or after? Yes or no?
Before.
Okay.
And it
That's
gave
what I'm
him,
asking.
and he went on to
They
become
don't
general.
teach us, oh, you know, back in this history, they hooked up. No, they don't teach us that. No.
Madison, you need to
go
learn.
back to school because they don't teach us that.
And what you would learn on this, one of her daughters from her first marriage would go on. He married the granddaughter, and overlooking Washington, as we see Arlington National Cemetery. You know what I'm talking about, Arlington? You've heard of that?
Yeah.
That's the home of Robert E. Lee. He married George Washington's granddaughter. Wow, how time goes on.
Even
It gets
back
away
then,
from
the
us.
world is small.
It is. All right, what else happened on today? Let's take a look at here what else happened in history as I accidentally changed the page. Let me see if I can get back to where I need to be there.
Where did you go?
Oh, yeah, I got all mixed up there. Now, this is one of the actors, and I can't tell you the exact movie, but he has been in everything. Always played a great part as we wish Paul Winfield a happy birthday. He was born on this day back in 1938. You recognize him. He's been in all those shows. You've seen him as special guest before. Now,
Find the movies that he was in.
see what you can come up with me on this. Now, this would change. Somebody was off to be the next Elvis, so to speak. They were going to be huge up until he made a mistake. Great balls of fire. It would be today that he landed in London, in England. And someone would go, Jerry Lee, who's that with you back there? Actually, I'd bump into her, and she'd go, well, I'm Jerry Lee's wife. And they go, well, how old are you? And she would go, I'm 13. It didn't go over well.
That sounds like jail time.
Well, it wasn't then. If it's signed off by the parents, which it was okay.
That still sounds like jail time. That's a child.
The next problem he would have is, well, yes, it was his cousin.
That's even worse. That doesn't make it better. 13 and your cousin?
Yep,
That's
Jerry Lee.
disgusting.
His career would go at that point. His popularity of gaining never regained after that. That cost him major, as we all know. Myra was her name.
You know what? As it should, because that's disgusting. No.
Jerry Lee tried to say, well, she's 15. She wasn't. She was 13.
He should have said 20. I don't know why he's saying 15. Like, that's going to make a difference.
Madison, look at that. Does she look 20? No.
That's his problem, though. He should be with a 13-year-old.
I'm trying to remember how old Jerry Lee was. He was in his 20s.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's disgusting.
And it hurt his career majorly.
Good, as it should.
Jerry Lee. 1961. Who remembers Diamond Rio? They were here a couple years back. I went to see him at the MSU Riley Center. Dana Williams was born. Y'all know him. He plays bass for them. Now, let me mind you, they look nothing like that now.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue who that is.
Diamond meet in the middle.
No, I don't.
One more day.
No.
The things I have to work with at home.
Yeah, because you don't.
Now, if you don't know this one.
Who wouldn't?
That's why I was asking.
We went to her amusement park.
1973, she went into a recording studio and we recorded this, and it was all about a bank teller. This actually was a person, as her husband kept hanging out at the bank and not coming back home and maybe making more deposits than he should. Dolly would go in and write and record Jolene. I think everybody and their brother knows this song, and it's been recorded by countless others, but truly a true story, as you might see. Don't take him just because you can. And that was rumored that Dolly in that NBC series would get a movie out of this. You know, they made Coat of Many Colors. And they kept saying that Dolly would have a movie made of this. I'm yet to see it, but boy, I feel like it would be good.
I was about to say, I don't remember a movie about that song.
And it's never been made, but there was talk that it was coming. I do hope that one day it is made. That was a good one. As Three's Company would end, a new show would begin. And as you'll remember Mr. Roper, you can't help but remember him. They would give them their own show. It wouldn't make it very long, and it ended today in 1980 with less than a year under its belt. It didn't make it past it.
Some shows should not have spin-off shows. It's kind of like Friends, and they had like a spin-off show with just Joey.
It didn't make it, did it?
No. You can't just do it with just one character. It does.
It's a few that's made it. Laverne and Shirley was a spin-off of Happy Days. The Chachi and Joni failed. That didn't make it. Archie Bunker had several spin-offs. Maud, and it also had The Jeffersons, a spin-off. Both of those were hits. But the majority of them
depends
don't make
on
it.
like the writer, and they like get over their heads like, oh, everyone's gonna love this, but it just sucks.
Well, there's a lot also of singers that are the lead singers for groups that break off that think they can make it on their own, and it never works out. Restless Heart would be one of those.
There's a reason why you're a group and not a solo artist.
Didn't work. One of my favorite all-time detective-type shows, they were Rich from Boyd. She was beautiful. It would end on this day back in 1984 as Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers would end Heart to Heart on this day. Y'all remember that TV show? I liked it. It was pretty good. Max and Freeway and the whole 9 yards. He was a millionaire that just happened to solve murders on the side and run his company at the same time. Yeah, I know. It doesn't add up.
Okay.
It doesn't. When you really step back, you go, this makes no sense.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in shows don't make sense at all.
No, it doesn't. And I always question everything, as y'all always say, I'm no fun to watch a movie with.
Why is he doing this? Why did that happen? Because you didn't watch the movie. You're not watching. You just come in the middle of it, and you're like, why is he doing that? Why are they doing that? Watch the movie.
She's telling all my secrets. I am one of those that don't, a lot of people love surprises. I don't. I like to know what's coming up.
How are we supposed to tell you if we don't know what's coming up? Google it.
1985, this would be in movie theaters tonight. And remember Roger Moore, A View to Kill premiered tonight. Another one of those James Bond movies.
Are you that type of person going to a movie theater and sit by a random person and whisper, what's going on? Do you know what's going to happen?
You do know I only took your mama to one movie before I married her.
What?
That was Pure Country.
Do better.
Yeah, we didn't go to many.
Yeah, I can see why.
1992, this will be the last appearance, and he meant it. I'm retiring, and you'll never see me again. And that's what he just did. Johnny Carson made his last appearance on The Tonight Show. And he would not be in the news 3 weeks later going, oh, I'm doing a comeback. He retired and left everybody alone.
He was tired.
He was.
I don't blame him. I'd be tired too.
One of the few that's ever done that.
If I ever was on TV and I say I'm done, y'all never going to see me ever again. Never.
I didn't like this show, but it was a hit back in the day. I think it was more of a girl show. Anybody remember the TV show Blossom? 1995. It ended on this date. This guy's name, I think, was Joey. That's all I remember about it.
I've never heard of that show ever.
Blossom. Little girls liked it. You weren't here yet.
No, I was not even thought of at this point. No. I know One Tree Hill and 90210.
Yeah.
Those shows Mama used to watch all the time.
1999, who made it to TV Guide? Well, it'd be Tim the Tool Time. I love that show. Mr. Wilson always hung across it.
Is he doing anything now?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
He was in that Christmas movie, Santa Claus. There's like a fourth one made because people were like begging for another one.
I think they finally canceled Last Man Standing. He is going to be, from what I understand, the voice of Buzz Lightyear again after it bombed at theaters as they took it left instead of where it was, of Buzz being something that he wasn't. But it looks like he'll be the next Buzz Lightyear once again. Terry says,
there's another movie coming out?
I think so.
Oh my
from what I'm
gosh.
reading.
Stop milking it. I'm sick of all these Toy Stories and spinoffs. It's getting on my nerves.
Johnny Carson, a lot of people liked him. Winnie says he had a lot of wives. I didn't know that about him. Rose was my favorite character, so she must have watched it there. Let's see what else happened today. We would lose one of the funniest guys that was at. Anybody remember watching Sanford and Son? I loved it.
I remember this show.
Yeah.
Look at the date. Oh, wow. I was actually born, and I was actually watching TV.
This was when he passed away. Actually, the show was during the 70s, as we would find out that Whitman Mayo would pass away. Of course, he ran around with Fred all the time.
It's still a good show, though.
I really like that. Now, they tried to make one later without Lamont. They just didn't have that zing later on.
That chemistry.
Yeah,
the two actors,
Lamont really made the show pop.
They always try to bring it back, but it never works, ever.
The original one always worked. And this would end back in 2001. I watched it some, not a lot. It was some funny scenes, but it was not a regular show that I watched. Anybody remember watching Third Rock from the Sun? It ended today, back in 2001.
I never heard
can
of it.
hear silence on this side of the room on that one.
Yeah, no, I don't know that.
Yeah,
Do you ever turn on the TV for me to watch it?
probably not.
Then no, I don't know it.
Margie said she always liked Grady. Grady was funny. He was always that best friend that'd follow Fred into anything. That's a look back on what happened today. Some good times, I'm sure that you remember a lot of those. We'll be back. We've got more to talk about as we begin your morning, as we head toward 8 o'clock, starting off this Monday. Hope your day is going well.
No matter how many times you try, and no matter where you call, Representative 81 Steve Horn won't answer the phone. We're not getting any representation in Jackson. District 81, we can do better. Vote Ben Shirley, August the 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue. Named the barbecue capital burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Are you looking for a trustworthy place to buy your next car or truck? Visit my friends at Massey Supermart Auto Sales. They've been doing business since 1955. There's a reason they've been in business for so long. They have fair prices, superior service, and repeat customers. For your next quality pre-owned vehicle, it's Massey Supermart Auto Sales. Taking care of your car needs at 1023 Highway 39 North.
Profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Nothing adds more value to your home than well-manicured landscaping. Distinctive Borders can transform the look of your residential or commercial landscaping with continuous decorative concrete curbing. Distinctive Borders adds an attractive, durable, and permanent solution that will add value and prestige to the overall appearance of your home's landscape. Choose from a custom range of colors and patterns at an affordable price. Locally owned and operated right here in Meridian, Mississippi. Distinctive Borders, 601-490-3678.
As we often talk about things in the neighborhood, Meridian Community College. If you're looking for a new career, truck driving, one of the things that's the driving force of America. 6 days on the road, and I'm going to make it home tonight. If you want to be a truck driver, they got one of the best areas of training here. Actually, on the job, they'll teach you right through this. Simulators that are wonderful. It's a career changing. It's a lot of great money to be made in being a truck driver. It is what moves America. Talk to MCC today. All you have to do is drop by, give them a call, you can visit them online. It's pretty simple to find out more about it. And then tell you when the classes begin and get you set up. 601-485-5118. That's the number to Meridian Community College. They're right there on Highway 19. Drop in for a visit. Look around. They'll tell you more about it than I can, but you'll enjoy it. Get a new career there in so many different ways. Of course, you graduated from there. Mm-hmm. It's a great place to go. Community-minded right here in the Meridian area. See them. Find out why so many people go there. We're already sitting here at, 7:45 this morning as we look at things that are going on. We did have reports of more gunfire this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of words here to put this into. We've had someone rob a store on a bicycle. They were caught last week. 2 times in a row, we've had somebody rob a bank on a bicycle. 3rd time they would walk. So bicycles have gotten to be,
they're so threatening.
Yes, they are. They can outrun police. They can get away because they're doing a pretty good job at it. And this weekend, they've resorted to, instead of drive-by car shootings, they're driving by on a bicycle, as we see this. Gunshots from a bicycle on 21st Street, the 600 block.
You know, every time I tell someone whatever happens here, whatever time of day something, they're like, do you live in like a movie? Like, this place can't be real. And I'm like, it's a real place. It's just insanity. That's all it is. That's all I can say about it. They think where I live is not a real place.
No word yet if it was a 10-speed or just a regular bike, but he shifted gears and made it out of sight before police could get there on his bicycle. Pretty fast there. We also had gunshots on 23rd Avenue over the weekend. As we look here, the 15th Street, 23rd Avenue area there, right up from Anderson's Hospital. Gunfire would go off. Now, no one hurt, no one injured from either one of these gunfire events, but we thought you should know also. Let's see what else we got here. Car fire. This happened on I-20 over the weekend. The family got out of the car okay. That is the good news. That Meridian Fire Department responded to it, put the car out. Awful when
something.
something.
Are absolutely terrifying.
And it can happen at the blink of an eye.
I remember I went to go get pizza and my car started smoking and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And the lady asked me, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, my car is just smoking. She got so scared she ran off. She
Radiator, if I remember right.
She didn't want to die, and I don't blame her.
I meant to post this a couple weeks ago. I went and took pictures of it, and then I realized this weekend as I was going through things, hey, I forgot to do this. As we pull up, it's official now. The William D. Solly, Billy Solly Sheriff's Office has been named with the letters and all on the building. So a big honor for Billy Solly to have that done. It's on the building, and it will be there from now on.
It looks so fancy.
It is.
Nice.
Congratulations. That is true honor, having a building named after you while you're still alive. Usually that happens after you're long gone. You never know it.
No. It's so sad.
So we congratulate Billy there. We had an accident on State Boulevard Extension, and this is where they normally happen. You know that sharp curve after you leave Owls?
That awful curve.
Yep, right there. We used to live down in that area.
Yeah, well, the biggest dip in history, and you have to look 8 times before you leave because you don't know if you're going to get sideswiped or not.
You did.
That road is bad. That's a really bad road.
One vehicle accident there. I don't think it was major injuries, but somebody was kind of hurt there, so we do that. We also want to remind you up in Northwest Kemper, the Water Association, there is a boil water notice. They're going to let us know when this is lifted. This affects Smith-Galloway Road between J.J. Hagan Road and Highway 495, and also between 495 South and Salters Road. So if you've got their boil water notice, they'll let us know as soon as all that is cleared up.
Say the word oil.
Oil.
Say boil.
Boil.
Oil.
Leave me alone. Madison has a tendency to find words that I cannot pronounce and pick on me. And
you're welcome.
There are a few that does happen.
It's the Southern accent. Every Southern person says it like that. Just talk to anybody. They'll say it too.
We've all got pronunciations, I guess, that y'all understand me, though, thank heavens. Right outside of DeKalb, Mississippi Highway Patrol was called to a single vehicle accident and a car in a ditch this weekend. If you happen to roll up on it as we look at this, Highway 39 North, just out of DeKalb at Odom Road is where this happened. I don't think anybody was hurt, but boy, scary going off in the ditch. Highway Patrol was on the scene. Now, another instance happened Friday, and we'll show you a couple. Yeah, and I was going down the I-20, and you know how something just catches your eye? And I looked on the side of the bridge, and there's this metal glob that was over there, and it looked like maybe like a surgical cart that was made of aluminum all squished. And I thought, I go on down the road and I stumble up on this. And let's just go through a few of these pictures of what happened. We even got video of it. But an 18-wheeler was damaged from that exact thing that I saw. As we pull this up, this is the 18-wheeler. Well, what's going on? Well, he happened to run over that cart that I mentioned.
Yeah, there ain't no way he could have swerved and missed that. He had to squash that.
Yeah, and what happened? The fuel tank on the left side was hit by that, and it punctured it. Around 150 gallons of diesel fuel would spill out on this.
Did it spill on the road or in the bushes?
On the road.
Oh, gosh.
Emergency officials responded to the scene there to get it all cleaned up. The truck was hauled off there. It sits there, and what a mess that was there.
At least he was okay, because that could have turned bad, like, really quick.
And it's one of those things of where it comes at you and there's nowhere to go. He ran over it, and it flopped up and hit that diesel tank.
It's either that or it caused a huge wreck. So he took one for the team.
He did there. And of course, we've got video there. You can go back to our page and watch the whole thing as the emergency officials arrived on the scene there. He was okay. Simmons Wrecker had to come haul it away, and it messed up his day for the rest of the weekend. I'm sure he had to sit and wait till his saddle tanks were fixed.
At least he got some relaxed time, at least some.
He did. Boy, I tell you, things are happening. Todd, y'all watching from the big city of Clark County, or city equipment there, as the police had to show up to remove an unwanted critter there.
I thought that was Florida.
Nope, this was definitely our area. As we go to Clark County Hot Topic, says the PD equipment had to remove a gator. Yep, that wouldn't be me.
You see a gator and you instantly think of Florida. Immediately.
Yeah, you go, girl. I'm not fooling with you and your gator. We'll be right back. More coming up with Scotty Ray and, of course, my daughter Madison this morning.
Hi, I'm Nick Lisi. I am owner of Pinch and Tails Crawfish Shack here in Meridian, Mississippi. We are located right across the street from the Subway Sandwich Shop, right next to the Little Griddle. If you're a seafood lover, we have the absolute best seafood in town. We carry crawfish, shrimp, lobster tails, raw oysters, snow crab, corn potato sausage, all the fixins. And for all of your special orders and catering needs, please call 601-934-0598. We're located in downtown Marion.
It's campaign season. Do yourself a favor and elect Reed Tree Service. Got a tree that scares you each time that it sways in the wind? Elect Reed Tree Service to remove that threat. Have storm winds knocked a tree down in your yard and you want it gone? Elect Reed Tree Service. Professional, experienced, insured. Call Mike 601-416-1233 and elect Reed Tree Service for all of your needs. Tell him Scotty Ray sent you.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
The Lauderdale County Farm Supply is open now. They opened up, about 24 minutes ago. The doors are open. Anything that you might need when it comes to, well, some roses. A little dressing up the house.
That's pretty.
It is. Now, if you're going to be out doing yard work this week, as sunshine finally comes toward the weekend, make sure to drop by and get anything that you may need. All your gardening supplies, you need some mulch, they've got that there for you. From swings, gliders, the whole 9 yards, even to getting a bird cage or a birdhouse, however you want to word that. Decoratives for the outside. And they've got 20% off some of those yard ornaments also. See them today. From boots and a whole lot more to T-shirts to, well, feed, seed, and a whole lot more. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off I-20, will lead you to the front door, Madison.
We want to say happy birthday to Casey Brown. Happy birthday. And I want to say hi and good morning to Grady, Millie, and McCain. I know they are dying and watching me on TV.
Oh.
Just a famous person, their little eyes.
So, hope they're having a good day there. Casey already having a birthday. Is her mama wanting her to move back home?
Probably.
Just come on back home. Jack, I'd love to see you again. Move on back in. Coming up on 7:55 as we start your Monday morning. And again, this is getting toward the end of June. We have to say congratulations to all the Clarkdale students. I don't know if you had a chance to see this, but they did get to graduate on Friday. Congratulations to all of our graduates. The Lauderdale County schools were done. There's still a few other graduations that are going on. We'd love to hear from you as if your school is having one. I think Enterprise has already had theirs also.
They've had it rough last week with all that rain, so they were scrambling to find a new place
to
have it. I feel bad for them.
One of my worst fears I see over in Vicksburg this week, they had an incident in an elevator.
There's an elevator in the school?
Yeah, they had one there, and 7 people got hung up in it.
Oh.
Fire department had to rush to get them out.
There's an elevator in the school? That must be a fancy school.
Yeah, so
you don't have to walk and chug upstairs up and down?
On down the street from there over the weekend at Circle K in Vicksburg, one person would be shot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that happened in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Leaving graduation is always something like that happening. Let's see some more things. A restaurant has been forced to close in Ocean Springs. Why? They keep having shootings after another. One person was shot a few months back. 7 people were injured. A judge has ordered them because they keep, getting more people in that should be there. They have a maximum the fire department will allow. They kept breaking that, and they've been ordered to shut down permanently.
Oh, my goodness.
We got a bunch of headlines coming up for tomorrow as well. We're going to be working throughout today behind the scenes to let you know what happens in our community. Isn't that right, Madison?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's going to do that.
After I take a nap, yeah.
Thank y'all so much for letting us in your homes. We'll be back beginning at 7 a.m. bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks so much, and we'll have all the latest headlines right here at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank y'all, and God bless.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: